Ever wonder why some people seem to achieve so much before noon, while others struggle to get out of bed? The answer lies in their morning routines. Olivia, a budding entrepreneur, swears by hers, "My mornings set the tone for my entire day. It's where my focus and energy come from." Meanwhile, James, a productivity coach, believes that small, intentional habits can transform your mornings and your life. Let's break down the most effective habits shared by successful individuals worldwide. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Trending Gossip Pod. My name is James.
And I'm Olivia. Today, we're diving into something that might just change your life. Morning routines of successful people.
That's right, Olivia. From CEOs to world-class athletes, these routines aren't just habits. They're power moves that set the tone for the entire day.
And trust me, some of these tips might surprise you. So let's get started.
All right. So are you ready to totally revamp your mornings? Because today we are going deep into this whole world of morning routines. And you've shared some really interesting articles and research on this topic of how successful people start their day. And we're going to extract all the good stuff from that.
Yes.
All the gold. We'll uncover the strategies, the science behind it, and even debunk a few myths along the way.
I think that's important, busting those myths.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is that we often think about morning routines as just a series of tasks,
right?
Just things to check off a list. But it's really about setting the stage for your entire day.
Yeah.
So priming your mind and body for peak performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So no more hit and snooze and stumbling through that first hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No more of that. So let's start with this whole concept of waking up early. You've probably heard that CEOs like Tim Cook, they're up before dawn.
Right.
But is that really necessary for everyone?
Well, I'm much more of a night owl.
Okay.
So I'm a little skeptical. Is there really a magic hour to wake up?
Not necessarily a magic hour, but there's definitely some science behind it.
Okay.
Our brains are often sharpest after a good night's sleep. And those early mornings offer a window of quiet before the day's distractions all kick in.
Right.
This makes it an ideal time for what we call deep work.
Okay.
That focused, undistracted state where we do our best thinking.
Okay, so deep work is that flow state where you're laser focused and super productive.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And studies have shown that even gradually shifting your wake-up time earlier, let's say 15 minutes each day, can actually make a difference.
Wow.
But it's not just about being an early bird.
Right.
It's about understanding your own chronotype.
Chronotype. Is that whether you're a morning person or a night owl?
Yes. It's your natural sleep-wake cycle.
Oh.
Some people are naturally wired to be more alert in the morning, while others peak later in the day. The key is to really work with your natural rhythms, not against them.
So I don't necessarily have to force myself to become a morning person if it feels totally unnatural.
You got it. It's about optimizing your day based on your own biology, your preferences.
That's reassuring to hear.
Yeah.
Now, once we're up and at 'em, one of the sources that you sent me emphasizes starting the day with hydration.
Right.
They even talk about how our bodies are like a mini drought after sleep.
Yeah.
Which I thought was such a powerful image.
It is a powerful image, but it's actually very scientifically sound.
Okay.
After hours without fluids, we do wake up dehydrated. And even mild dehydration can have an impact on our cognitive function and our energy levels.
So is just plain water enough? Yep. Or are we talking fancy lemon-infused concoctions here?
Starting with a glass of water is definitely key.
Okay.
And while adding lemon is a popular tip, the real benefit isn't from the lemon itself.
Right.
It's just from the simple act of making plain water more appealing.
Oh, okay.
It encourages us to drink more.
So it's more about the habit. I've also heard about adding Himalayan salt for electrolytes. What's the deal with that?
That's an interesting one. While electrolytes are definitely important for hydration, especially after intense exercise, there's not much evidence to suggest that adding a pinch of Himalayan salt to your morning water provides a significant boost.
Okay.
It's likely more about personal preference than any real physiological advantage.
Okay, so maybe not a miracle cure, but worth experimenting with if it helps you drink more water overall.
Exactly.
Speaking of getting things moving,
several
of the sources highlight the importance of exercise.
It is important.
I even saw that Richard Branson and Barack Obama were mentioned as examples.
Oh, wow. There are definitely high achievers who prioritize morning workouts, but you don't need a celebrity schedule to actually reap the benefits.
Right.
Even a short burst of exercise, like as little as 15 minutes, can release endorphins, reduce stress, and enhance focus.
It's interesting how something that seems purely physical can have such a profound mental impact.
Absolutely. And there's a growing body of research showing that exercise, particularly in the morning, really primes the brain for optimal cognitive function. It's like giving your brain a jolt of energy.
Yeah, I like that.
Before you start your day.
Yeah. So what kind of exercise is best? Do I need to hit the gym or can I just do like some stretches at home?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You have options. Yeah. It's not really about intensity.
Okay.
It's about consistency. Find an activity you enjoy.
Okay.
Whether it's a brisk walk, yoga, HIE, which, by the way, stands for high-intensity interval training.
Oh, thanks for clarifying that. I always wondered what HII meant.
You're welcome. But yeah, as I was saying, find something you enjoy.
Right.
And can realistically fit into your morning routine.
Yeah.
It's about making movement a habit.
Yeah.
Not a chore.
Okay. So we've hydrated our bodies. We've energized our minds.
Right.
What's next on this roadmap to a successful morning?
Okay, so before you dive headfirst into those emails and to-do lists, there's one crucial step.
Okay.
Intentional planning.
You mean like actually taking the time to plan my day?
Yes.
Instead of just reacting to whatever comes up?
Exactly. Successful people understand the power of setting intentions and really prioritizing their tasks.
Right.
They don't just let the day happen to them.
Yeah.
They actively shape it.
One of the sources you shared mentioned the importance of writing down one must-do task for the day.
Okay.
Something about like ensuring progress, even if the day goes sideways.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a great strategy for maintaining a sense of accomplishment, even amidst chaos.
Right.
It's about identifying your most important task.
Okay.
The one that will really move the needle forward.
Yeah.
And focusing your energy on that.
So instead of just creating a to-do list a mile long,
right,
I should focus on one key action.
Not necessarily just one, but definitely prioritize. Think about your top 3 most important tasks and then schedule time for those first.
Gotcha.
Everything else could be tackled later, delegated, or even eliminated if it's not truly essential.
So we've covered waking up early, hydration, exercise, and planning out our day. Are we missing anything?
There's one more element that's crucial for setting the tone for a successful day.
All right.
Cultivating a positive mindset.
I'm intrigued. What exactly does that entail?
It's about incorporating practices that foster gratitude and mindfulness.
Okay, so gratitude is about appreciating the good things in our lives.
Yeah.
But how does mindfulness fit into this?
So mindfulness is about being present in the moment without judgment. It's about noticing your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them.
Right.
It's a way to cultivate a sense of calm and focus before the day's demands take over.
So it's like a mental reset button?
You could say that.
Okay.
And the great thing is there are so many simple ways to incorporate these practices into your morning routine.
Okay.
You could try writing down 3 things you're grateful for, spending a few minutes meditating, or simply focusing on your breath for a few cycles.
Those all sound doable, even for someone like me who's not exactly a Zen master.
Exactly. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency.
Okay.
Even a few minutes each day can make a big difference.
All right. So we've hydrated our bodies. We've energized our minds. We've cultivated a positive mindset.
Yes.
What about fueling our bodies with actual food?
Ah, yes, breakfast. Often called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason.
Yeah.
It's not just about preventing those mid-morning hunger pangs.
Right.
It's about providing your brain and body with the nutrients they need to function optimally.
So what should we be aiming for in a truly brain-boosting breakfast?
A balanced meal that combines protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates.
Okay.
This will help stabilize your blood sugar, which is crucial for maintaining energy levels and focus throughout the morning.
One of the sources that you shared talked about a green smoothie with spinach, almond butter, chia seeds, and banana as their go-to breakfast. Seems pretty healthy and efficient.
That's a great example of a breakfast that ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
It's packed with nutrients, easy to prepare, and can be tailored to your own taste preferences.
So it's not just about oatmeal and toast.
Right.
We can get creative with our breakfast choices.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Think about incorporating whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean protein sources, and healthy fats into your morning meal.
Yeah.
It's about nourishing your body from the inside out.
This is making me rethink my usual grab-and-go breakfast routine.
Good.
Now, before we move on, there's one more topic that I'm actually a little apprehensive to discuss.
Oh, what?
It's about our phones.
Okay.
Or rather, our addiction to them.
Yeah.
Several of the sources mention the importance of avoiding screens first thing in the morning.
It's so hard.
But honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready to give up my morning scroll.
I understand. It's a tough habit to break.
Yeah.
But the reality is that early morning screen time can be incredibly detrimental
wow.
to our focus and our mood.
Really? I mean, I usually check emails and scroll through social media to kind of like ease into the day.
I know.
What's so bad about that?
Well, for starters, it's a major distraction. It pulls you out of your own headspace.
Right.
And into this reactive world of notifications and external demands before you've even had a chance to center yourself.
I hadn't thought about it that way. It's like starting the day on someone else's terms.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of my own.
And beyond distractions, the blue light emitted from our devices can actually disrupt our natural sleep-wake cycle.
Oh, really?
Making it harder to fall asleep at night.
Wow.
And wake up feeling refreshed in the morning. Plus, all that information overload can actually increase our stress and anxiety.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light, pun intended.
All right, good.
So what's the alternative? Just stare at the ceiling for an hour?
No, not at all. The key here is to replace your phone habit with a more fulfilling activity. Remember those mindfulness practices we discussed?
You mean like meditation or gratitude journaling?
Exactly. Or you could spend that time reading an inspiring book, enjoying a quiet cup of coffee, or connecting with your loved ones. It's about reclaiming your morning. And setting the tone for a more intentional and fulfilling day.
This is really giving me a lot to think about.
Good.
It seems like creating a successful morning routine isn't just about adding a few tasks to our list. It's about a fundamental shift in mindset.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's about creating a morning ritual that nourishes your mind, your body, and your spirit, setting you up for success in all areas of your life.
All right. Well, we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've talked about waking up early, hydration, exercise, intentional planning, cultivating a positive mindset, fueling our bodies with a healthy breakfast, and the importance of ditching our devices. Where do we go from here?
Well, now that we've laid the foundation, let's take a moment to just absorb all this information.
Okay.
When we return, we'll delve into those practical strategies for making these changes stick and creating a morning routine that truly works for you.
Sounds good.
Right?
Welcome back. We just explored a ton of great ideas for optimizing your morning routine, from the science of sleep cycles to that surprising impact of ditching your phone first thing.
It's a big one. It's about really understanding the why behind each action, not just blindly following a checklist. What works for a CEO might not work for an artist.
Absolutely. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. They try to copy somebody else's routine without considering their own needs and preferences.
Exactly.
It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
I love that.
Yeah.
The key is to view these strategies as tools in a toolbox. You get to choose which ones resonate with you and customize your own unique morning ritual.
I love that analogy. It takes the pressure off of trying to be perfect and instead encourages experimentation and personalization. But there's still the question of how to actually make these changes stick. It's easy to get excited about a new routine for a few days.
Totally.
And then fall back into old habits.
Yeah, it's so true. That's where a little strategy comes in.
Okay.
One of the most effective techniques is to start small.
Okay.
Instead of trying to overhaul your entire morning routine overnight, focus on incorporating one new habit at a time.
So pick one thing, master it, and then move on to the next.
Precisely. Let's say you want to start exercising in the morning.
Okay.
Instead of signing up for a 6 a.m. boot camp, begin with a 10-minute walk, around the block before breakfast.
Okay.
Once that becomes a habit, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about building momentum gradually rather than overwhelming yourself with too much change at once.
Exactly. Another helpful tip is to be very specific with your intentions.
Okay.
Instead of vaguely telling yourself,
right,
I'm going to wake up earlier, set a clear goal. Like, I'm going to wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day this week.
Specificity is key.
Yeah.
It eliminates any wiggle room for excuses.
You got it. And to reinforce that commitment, consider using visual reminders. Put a sticky note on your bathroom mirror with your wake-up time, or create a vision board with images that inspire you to stick to your new routine.
Yeah. Visual cues can be surprisingly powerful.
They are.
It's like having a little cheerleader in your corner reminding you of your goals.
Exactly. Speaking of cheerleaders,
okay,
another powerful strategy is to find an accountability partner.
Okay.
Share your goals with a friend, a family member, or a colleague who can offer support and encouragement.
Yeah, having someone to check in with can make a big difference.
It does. It's like having a workout buddy for your morning routine.
Exactly. Knowing that someone else is invested in your success
can provide that extra push you need to stay on track.
Right.
And don't forget to celebrate your wins along the way.
Yes.
Every time you successfully complete your new habit, acknowledge your progress and reinforce those positive changes you're making.
That's so important. It's easy to get caught up in striving for perfection and forget to appreciate those small victories along the way.
Absolutely. And when it comes to morning routines, consistency is more important than perfection.
Right.
There will be days when you hit snooze.
Of course.
Days when you skip your workout.
Yeah.
Days when you feel rushed and overwhelmed. That's perfectly normal.
It's not about beating ourselves up over slip-ups.
Exactly.
It's about getting back on track the next day.
Exactly. Now, earlier we talked about the importance of ditching our phones first thing in the morning.
Right.
Which I know can be a challenge.
It's a challenge for me too, to be honest.
I get it.
I often find myself reaching for my phone before I even get out of bed.
Yeah. It's a deeply ingrained habit for many of us.
Yeah.
But breaking free from that digital dependence can be truly transformative.
So how do we do it? Are we talking about a complete digital detox?
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
It's about creating a more intentional relationship with technology.
Yeah.
Start by creating physical distance between yourself and your devices.
Right.
Charge your phone in a different room overnight.
Okay.
So it's not the first thing you see when you wake up.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly.
I like that.
And once you've created some physical distance, consider replacing your phone habit with a more fulfilling activity.
Right.
Instead of scrolling through social media, spend a few minutes meditating, reading an inspiring book, or just enjoying a quiet cup of coffee.
It's about being present in your own life rather than getting sucked into that digital vortex.
Precisely. And it's about recognizing that the world can wait.
Yeah.
Your emails, your social media notifications, the news, none of it is so urgent.
Right.
That it can't wait for an hour or two while you prioritize your own well-being.
That's such an important reminder. It's so easy to feel like we're constantly on call.
Right.
But in reality, we have the power to choose how and when we engage with the digital world.
Absolutely. And by reclaiming your mornings from technology, you're not just reducing distractions. You're creating space for something far more valuable connection with yourself.
Yeah, that resonates with me. It's not about demonizing technology. It's about using it more intentionally and mindfully.
Exactly. And remember, building a successful morning routine is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
It's about experimenting, tweaking, and refining your approach over time to find what truly works for you.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's shift our focus from those practical strategies to the deeper why behind creating a powerful morning routine.
I'm all ears. Why should we, the listeners, invest this time and effort in crafting a morning routine that works for us?
Think of your morning routine as an investment.
Okay.
A small amount of time dedicated to setting yourself up for success throughout the day.
Okay.
It's about creating a foundation of energy, focus, and intention.
Right.
That will ripple out into everything you do.
It's like priming the canvas before you start painting a masterpiece.
Exactly. A well-crafted morning routine can help you approach your day with more clarity, purpose, and even joy.
Right.
It's about creating a sense of agency and control over your time and energy.
And it's not just about productivity, right? It's also about well-being.
Absolutely. When you prioritize your own well-being first thing in the morning, you're sending a powerful message to yourself that you matter, that your needs are important, that you're worth investing in.
And that can have a transformative impact on your self-esteem, your stress levels, and even your relationships.
Absolutely.
It's like a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond your morning hours.
Now, before we dive into the final part of our deep dive,
I
want to leave you with a question to ponder. What one small change can you make to your morning routine tomorrow to reclaim your time, reduce distractions, and set yourself up for a more focused and fulfilling day?
That's a great question to consider.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as setting your phone to do not disturb mode for the first hour of your day, or committing to reading a few pages of a book before you check your emails. Or maybe it's incorporating a few minutes of mindfulness.
Exactly.
Gratitude into your morning ritual.
Yes.
Whatever it is, we encourage you to take action, experiment, and see how it feels.
We'll be back after a short break to explore some final thoughts and leave you with some powerful takeaways to help you create a morning routine that truly transforms your life.
Okay, so we are back.
We are back.
And ready to wrap up our deep dive into this whole world of morning routines. We've covered so much from those science-backed benefits to the power of personalization.
Absolutely.
You know, it's interesting to me how something as simple as how we start our day can have a ripple effect.
It's true.
Throughout our whole lives.
It's about recognizing that those small changes can actually lead to those big results.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. If you invest just 1% of your day, which is about 15 minutes, into a powerful morning routine, you're essentially priming your mind and body for peak performance for the remaining 99%.
That's a great way to frame it.
Yeah.
It makes it seem a lot less daunting and much more achievable.
Exactly. And when we approach it with that mindset, it becomes less about forcing ourselves to fit into someone else's mold and more about creating a routine that truly aligns with our own values and aspirations.
So it's not about being perfect. It's about finding what works for us and making it a sustainable part of our lives.
Absolutely. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. Think of your morning routine as a gift you give to yourself, a time to connect with your inner wisdom. Set your intentions and nurture your well-being.
That's beautiful. It's like a reminder that our mornings aren't just about getting things done. They're about nourishing our souls.
And when we approach our mornings with that sense of purpose and intentionality, we really unlock a level of energy, focus, and creativity that can truly transform our lives.
So as we say goodbye, we encourage you to embrace the power of the morning routine and discover the magic that unfolds when you start your day with intention. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content.